Hi, I am Juliana, and she is Pisica. Hello, my friends cat lovers. We are thrilled to present you a new episode of A Cat Tale. Robbie Clauso, the Feline Castaway. In a small, peaceful village, there lived a cat named Robbie Clauso. Unlike the other cats, who found contentment in the simple pleasures of village life, Robbie was different. He longed for adventure, for the thrill of the unknown, and for places where no cat had ever dared to venture. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Robbie embarked on a journey, sneaking aboard a grand ship bound for distant lands. The ship's vastness, the endless horizon, and the mysterious sense of the sea filled Robbie with excitement. But his excitement was short-lived. A ferocious storm descended upon the ship, waves crashing like thunder and wind howling like a banshee. The crew fought valiantly against the storm, but nature's fury was unstoppable. The ship was torn apart, and Robbie, thrown into the merciless sea, clung desperately to a piece of driftwood. After what seemed like an eternity, Robbie was washed ashore on a desolate island. As he staggered onto the beach, his body aching and fur matted, the realization struck him. He was utterly alone. The island, with its towering palm trees and unfamiliar creatures, was both beautiful and terrifying. There were no other cats, no comforting scents, only the endless wilderness and the sound of waves crashing against the shore. But Robbie was no ordinary cat. He was determined to survive. With every step, he explored the island's secrets, learning to catch fish with his sharp claws and finding refuge in a cave nestled among the rocks. He built a shelter from palm fronds and sharpened his senses to the island's dangers. But as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the loneliness grew unbearable. Robbie missed the warmth of companionship, the simple pleasure of another cat's company. One day, while exploring the far side of the island, Robbie discovered something that sent a chill down his spine. A tiny paw print in the sand, much smaller than his own. His heart raced. Was there someone else on the island? Could it be a friend? Or perhaps a foe? Robbie followed the tracks, his heart pounding with anticipation and fear, until he stumbled upon a small, trembling creature. A mouse. The mouse was wild-eyed and frightened, but there was something about him that made Robbie pause. Instead of pouncing, Robbie spoke to the mouse, who introduced himself as Freddie. Freddie was wary at first, for cats and mice were not natural allies. But Robbie, with his gentle nature and kind words, convinced Freddie that he meant no harm. Slowly, a bond of trust formed between them, and Freddie shared his own story of being stranded on the island after being separated from his family. Robbie and Freddie became an unlikely pair, each finding solace in the other's company. They explored the island together, with Freddie showing Robbie secret nooks and crannies where the juiciest berries grew, and Robbie teaching Freddie how to avoid the island's predators. Despite their differences, they became inseparable, their friendship a beacon of hope in the vast loneliness of the island. But danger was never far away. One night, as they sat under the stars, a storm unlike any they had seen before began to brew. The sky turned black, and the wind howled through the trees. Robbie and Freddie sought shelter in their cave, but the storm was relentless. Lightning flashed, striking a tree that fell with a deafening crash, blocking the entrance to their cave. Trapped inside, Robbie and Freddie huddled together, their hearts pounding with fear. When the storm finally passed, the island was in ruins. The once familiar landscape was now a tangle of fallen trees and debris. But as they emerged from the cave, battered but alive, something caught Robbie's eye, a ship on the horizon. With renewed hope, Robbie and Freddie raced to the shore, their hearts pounding with anticipation. They waved their tails and squeaked for help, and soon a boat was sent to rescue them. As they were lifted aboard, Robbie and Freddie looked back at the island that had been their home for so long. They had survived together, against all odds. Robbie and Freddie were brought back to civilization, where their story spread like wildfire. The tale of the brave cat and the clever mouse who defied nature and found friendship in the unlikeliest of places became a legend. And though Robbie was happy to be among other cats again, he never forgot the little mouse who had been his companion in the darkest of times. And so, Robbie Clauso, the feline castaway, returned to his village a hero, with Freddie the mouse by his side, and their story would be told for generations to come. A story of courage, survival, and the unbreakable bond of friendship.